Management. It's a word you hear thrown around constantly. But what does it really mean to manage people in the world we live in today? You know, it's one of the most critical forces in our society, but it's also one of the most misunderstood. So let's dive in and unpack it.
So, I want you to think for a second. When I say the word management, what pops into your head? Is it just spreadsheets and deadlines and hitting targets? Or is it something, well, something more profound? The truth is, it's the engine behind pretty much everything we achieve as a society.
I love this way of looking at it. Management is the unseen architecture that supports our greatest achievements. It's that invisible structure, right? The thing that lets us build massive global companies, coordinate huge disaster relief efforts, and even, launch rockets into space. It's the art of taking a jumble of resources, people, money, tech, and turning it all into something incredible.
Okay, so to really understand how much things have changed, we've got to start with the fundamentals. So in part 1, let's establish the foundational pillars that have defined what management is for more than 100 years. Way back in the early 20th century, this brilliant theorist named Henri Fayol broke it all down into these 4 essential functions: planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. You can think of this as the timeless operating system for making anything happen. And get this, while these 4 jobs haven't really changed, how we do them has been completely turned on its head.
And that brings us to the real heart of our conversation today. Because while those 4 functions are still the bedrock of management, the way we apply them has been radically transformed. This isn't just like a minor tweak in style, it's a massive evolution. And it's driven by the incredible speed of technology and a huge shift in what we all expect from our jobs. We are smack in the middle of this move away from command and control and toward empowerment and trust.
Let's kick things off with planning. So, the traditional view was all about creating this super rigid 5-year plan. You made the plan and you stuck to it, period. But today, modern planning is all about adaptive frameworks, like OKRs, that's objectives and key results, which are built to be flexible. The goal is no longer to have a perfect, fixed roadmap. The goal is to have an intelligent planning system that can actually pivot and adapt when new information comes in.
Next up, organizing. The old model was a pyramid, right? Super clear hierarchies, top-down commands, and everyone's stuck in their own specialized department or silo. But that model is just way too slow for the world we're in now. The modern approach is all about creating a dynamic network of agile, cross-functional teams that can work together and move fast. The focus has totally shifted from formal authority to making sure communication just flows freely.
Now, this is where you see the most dramatic change of all: leading. It used to be all about authority. The manager was the director, the boss, the one giving out the orders. But today, great leadership is about empowerment and influence. The modern manager is a coach, a facilitator, someone whose job is to clear the path of obstacles so their team can do their absolute best work. It's a huge difference.
And finally, we have controlling. I know, that word can sound kind of negative, right? And in the past, it often was. It meant top-down inspections, basically looking for errors after they already happened. But the modern view is completely different. It's all about creating feedback loops with real-time data, using tools like KPIs, key performance indicators. This actually empowers teams to see how they're doing and constantly improve on their own. It's not about policing people, it's about enabling them.
So, with this incredible transformation in mind, what does it actually take to be a great manager today? Let's open up the modern manager's playbook and look at the skills they absolutely have to win.
This timeline really tells the story perfectly. You start in the industrial age, where the manager was basically a taskmaster, just trying to squeeze every bit of efficiency out of an assembly line. Then you move into the knowledge worker era, and the manager's role shifts to being a guide for experts who often knew more than they did. And now, today, in the digital age, the manager's #1 job is to be a culture builder, to create an environment of trust, of purpose, and what we call psychological safety.
And to pull that off, today's manager needs this really powerful and diverse set of skills. It's this amazing blend of hard skills like being able to understand data and these deeply human soft skills like mastering communication and having emotional intelligence. And here's the key: you can't just be good at one or the other anymore. You have to weave them together. But if we had to boil it all down, if we had to pick just one skill that rises above all the rest, it would be emotional intelligence. Seriously, EQ, which is really about empathy, self-awareness, and your social skills, is the foundation for everything else. It's what allows a manager to build genuine trust, to truly inspire their team, and to navigate the messy, complex human side of any organization. And that brings us to this powerful idea that sums it all up. The modern manager is not a commander giving orders. They're a cultivator. Their job is to create the conditions for success, to tend to the environment, and to help their people grow. It's really a shift from thinking you're running a machine to knowing you're nurturing a garden.
And that leaves us all with a really important question to think about. Whether you're a manager yourself or you're part of a team, what does your workplace feel like? Is the focus all on managing tasks and controlling outcomes? Or is it about cultivating the talent, the trust, and the environment people need to really truly thrive? Because the answer to that question, well, that's going to define the future of work.